The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Hi, everyone. Never forget, kids. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise My Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we're talking about a movie. Movies and TV, it's what we do here. And it's retro review time. Yay! We're kicking it old school. And tonight we are talking about a movie, and movies and TVs that we do here. And that movie is Elf. Which is back in theaters now for its 20th anniversary in IMAX. And I just got back from revisiting it. It's an all-time classic. Let's talk about Elf. So for the few people that don't know, Elf is directed by Jon Favreau. This is before The Jungle Book, Lion King, Zathura, Iron Man 2, Cowboys and Aliens. This was his big sort of jump from, I think he only did like one other little smaller comedy before this. This is a jump to bigger budget fare. Will Ferrell is a human man who, as an infant, sneaks into Santa's sack on Christmas Eve night from an orphanage and is raised at the North Pole by the various elves, particularly Papa Elf, played by Bob Newhart, the legendary, terrific Bob Newhart, who's also the film's narrator. And he's, by the name on his diapers, they think his name is Buddy, so he's Buddy the Elf. He's, a pretty good elf. He loves Christmas, he loves Santa Claus, but his productivity at the old workshop is not up to snuff. He thinks he's a cottonhead knitting muggins. They say that he's not, he's just special, but that's all a front. It turns out they don't have the heart to tell him he's human. And now, 30 years later, around the now 30-year-old Buddy finally confronts Santa about this, and Santa encourages him to go to New York City to find his father. His father is the big old humbug by the name of Walter Hobbs, who is a publishing, he's like a publishing agent, I believe, at a big children's book publisher. He is played by the late, great James Caan, who also has a younger son and a wife at home, the wife being Mary Steenburgen, in her first of, I think 3 or 4 collaborations with Will Ferrell over the years, because she was on Last Man on Earth, and she was also on Step Brothers. She was his mom. So that's the everybody, including especially Khan, at first thinks, this guy's kind of a head case. Why is this dude in tights going around saying he's from the North Pole? But very quickly, Buddy's positivity begins to rub off, and he's going to need it because Santa's going to need his help to save Christmas. Meanwhile, though, in New York, he soon finds love with an at first quite cynical Gimbals employee by the name of Jovi, played by a very young Zooey Deschanel, and discovers all the joys of being human while retaining his elf demeanor. Let the shenanigans begin. So Elf is, what is there to say about Elf? It's a classic. I love this movie, and so do you. There are 2 types of people in this world. People who love the movie Elf, and people who are lying about loving the movie Elf. This is a classic. This is such anyone who doesn't, this is almost like Paddington, where it's like, if you don't like this movie, if you hate this movie, I feel like you're not a very nice person. Like, there's some movies that are so positive and so eager to please and so sweet that, if you are, venomously hate them, it's like, maybe you just need to work out your shit. Kid show, right, sorry. But truly, this was, it's just such a joyful movie. It's so funny, quotable as hell. Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? It's one of those movies also similar to Love Actually, where when it's been a while since I watched it, it's been, at least a year or 2 since I last watched Elf, I saw it when it first came out. I saw it. I was 10 years old when it first opened. I saw it in the theaters with my family, and it's been a favorite ever since. I was 10. I was around the age, I think the little brother is in the movie. And this movie it's so delightful. Some lines that I forgot about because it's sort of like that lines that, are underrated, I think, in Elf. There's one part where he goes to the mail room, and of course his positivity transforms the place, but there's a line where he's like, "Oh wow, look at this. This is just like Santa's workshop." Except everyone smells like mushrooms and they look like they want to hurt me. It's really funny. Because it's a bunch of like these tough looking dudes and there's like smoke in the air. Like, that's funny. And then of course he gets hammered with one of them and they become true blue friends on eggnog, or coffee syrup. Special coffee syrup. Ask your parents, kids. It's a special kind of syrup. It's called whiskey. Anyway, this movie is delightful. I love the world of this movie. I love the fact that Santa's Workshop isn't necessarily Santa's Workshop in a traditional sense. It's Santa's Workshop almost as filtered through the world of Rankin and Bass. All the animals are like claymation creatures. There's a snowman that's very much like the narrator snowman from Rudolph in there, but voiced by Leon Redbone, so it's like a lot smoother and cooler. Zooey Deschanel is adorable, and I'm just a big fan of hers, and this was a nice early role for her. The kid is really cute, and his chemistry with Will Ferrell is really funny. And everything about this movie, it just gives me so much joy, and at the end of the day, it's a movie that is every moment it could be cynical. It's not. It's such a joyful movie, and it earns it. It's a movie about what Christmas is about, and I honestly get kind of choked up toward the end when they all sing out and save Santa. I mean, it's a really beautiful moment. I love this movie. I absolutely adore this movie. It's one of those movies that I look forward to watching every year, and revisiting it on the big screen was mostly a delight. We'll get there. It has nothing to do with the movie itself. It has to do with some of the people I saw it with. But yeah, Elf is wonderful. It's back in theaters. If you haven't seen it before, first off, what are you doing? Go watch Elf. But also, if you have little ones and you're someone my age and the kiddos have never seen Elf, it's on the big screen. Take them to see Elf. A family was there with little ones. The little ones adored it. I could tell from their reactions. There was one little boy behind me who looked like he couldn't be much older than 4. There's one part where Will Ferrell is sitting on a stuffed pig doll. He's sitting in his father's office, and the little boy behind me yelled out like, "Mommy, he's sitting on a piggy!" It was so cute. And then the other people I shared the theater with chimed in and said something really nasty to this sweet little boy. Well, to themselves, but about this sweet little boy. This is one of those times where Grant's thought some violent thoughts sitting next to someone in a movie theater. We'll get there. Anyway, but yeah, Elf is wonderful. It's one of the best Christmas movies ever, just behind A Christmas Story for me. It's the second best Christmas movie of all time, and one of the best comedies out there. I love Elf. It's magical. It's funny. It's wonderful. And I'm going to give Elf, you see it. Bang. 5 out of 5 stars plus. This is a classic. I love this movie. And Will Ferrell's performance, that is one of the great comedic performances ever. Like, it just, genuinely, he is just so lovable in this movie. I know people who hate Will Ferrell who love him in this movie. Like, they forget for 90 minutes that it's even Will Ferrell because he's so naturally charming in this movie. I love this movie. 5 out of 5 stars plus for Elf. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. We only got a few this time. Mean Girls, talked about it, looks good. Migration, talked about it, looks good. God, I'm so sick of the Duck movie. The Color Purple, talked about it, looks good. And Wonka, talked about it, looks good. We are seeing it next Thursday. And was the shawarma? No, there was not. All right, that is it. We will be back. Oh, but first, sorry, before we go, This week in annoying moviegoers. This is an all-timer. There are these two younger gentlemen sitting behind me who were so obnoxious. Like, I'm talking like almost on the level of my horrible crowd with my dad at Indiana Jones 5. It was embarrassingly it was up there with like women talking on the list of like all-time sucky people to share a theater with in a genuinely good movie, or any movie. So this movie, there were these little turds who I guess their grandma was there, and she was seeing a movie they couldn't go to, so they saw this, and I don't know if they've ever seen it before. I don't think they have. They're sitting behind me, and they're just loudly cracking these really inappropriate jokes. It was in an IMAX, so sometimes it could be drowned out a little bit. But for instance, pardon me, there's the part where he mentions, he snuck in through your Santa sack or whatever. It's like totally innocent, whatever. The man is like, well, that's what happens when you don't use condoms. Shut up. And then I have to admit, there was one moment where I accidentally kind of encouraged them because I smirked and kind of a little bit. And it was the scene where Buddy is drinking the 2 liter of Coke, all in one hit, and then burps really loudly. One of the kids behind me, and they were younger people. I think the oldest guy there was 16 behind me. And so that's just selfish. He goes, well, they can't spell selfish without elfish. Okay, whatever, I'll give you that one. But then other things, they were saying curse words and these things. And then when the little boy said that mommy found a pig, it was adorable. And I was like, aw. And then literally somebody goes, man, kid, shut the F up. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And I was not the only one. There was a woman in my row kind of occasionally turn over what the hell are you doing? And they were kicking the seats. And I'm not talking just kicking the seats. I'm talking kicking the seats so hard and for so long that the whole row was vibrating. I mean, it was, I wanted to go, that episode of Seinfeld where George Costanza says, I'm going to take it outside and show you what it's like. That is what I wanted to do to these little twerps. I was going to bend them over that freaking chair and spank them. I was so angry. I momentarily would turn into the father, what did you learn? It was embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. And they were making all these stupid jokes. And some of them were really crass and really kind of offensive. There was a part where they talk about my son's an elf or something, and he goes, it's better to have an elf son than a lesbian daughter. It's shut up, you stupid idiots. These are the people I hate sharing any kind of space with. It just drove me crazy. And they kept on going into the parking lot. I was going over in the parking lot, and they were still loud and boisterous and going crazy. What disrespectful little turds. Really? That drives me crazy. Just don't do that. Anyway, it's a family movie. Why are you there being vulgar and nasty? It's really stupid. Anyway, that being said, yeah, Elf is terrific. Go see Elf. But yeah, we're gonna end it there. But yeah, later tonight, we'll have a review of Leave the World Behind. I'm about to start it. Tomorrow, we will have Die Hard, which is also back in theaters, as well as Merry Little Batman. So that's coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all with lots of nest. I love you 3,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what that's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's hey Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. Some of you already have, or it really helps out. Sorry. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews of this and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisinPopcornGrant. Twitter, I'm at RaiseGrant. Oh, Ethan, sorry, buddy. This movie is both hilarious and quotable at the same time. Completely agree. Thank you so much, my friend. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews of this and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisinPopcornGrant. Twitter, I'm at RaiseGrant. You can find me on Facebook, RaisinPopcornGrant. Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at RaisinPopcornGrant. Blue Sky, Raisin on Popcorn. Serialize, all one word, all lowercase, Raisin on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raisin Popcorn Grant the Podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have been. If you haven't, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of Elf 20th anniversary? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, you're all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Stick around. See you in a bit. Bye.